Hey guys, just wanted to do an update on my container garden, see how everything's going. I've had a few little changes and I'll show you as we're going around. What you're looking at is my debut tomatoes. They're really not doing much of anything else. The new growth that has appeared on it, they have seemed to die. So I think this is going to be it for these guys. You can see right there, they'll have the little flower, but then that's it. So the tomatoes I have picked, probably 4 from this one and the other plant, and they're really good tasting tomatoes, but they're just not producing. It's not going to be enough to do the salsa that I'm wanting to do. So that guy back there is the new one. Remember, I bought him I guess a couple of weeks ago, and he has a pretty good sized little baby coming up in there. That was the purple bell. It's a sweet pepper, so never seen one, that's why I got it. Hopefully it'll do pretty good. Had to move some stuff off the deck. I ran out of room. I got a new patio set for my birthday, so here is my cucumber plants. Now I had to spray these with a Epsom salt and water mixture. The leaves were turning yellow around the edges. They actually are looking really good now. As you can see, we've got good sized cucumbers that are coming up. Here's one up here. But it was really looking pitiful. And this is the one that I also moved off of the table up to the deck, but now it's down here on this box. This is the other cucumber plant. I sprayed him with Epsom salt also. He's taking a little longer to rebound, but he'll do fine. He'll come back. These are the bush cucumbers, so they don't get, this is as tall as they're going to get. But they're doing fine. This was the mammoth jalapeno plant. I know it looks quite bare right now, but that's because I have picked about 12 jalapenos off of it, and we had where you slice them in half and you take the seeds out and you fill them with cream cheese and wrap bacon around it, and I put them on the grill and it was absolutely delicious. Moving on, this is the other tomato plant that I have, the other debut tomato. As you can see, they're just done. This is going to be it for them. These could come off. So that is my squash plant. Y'all know I've had quite the time with my squash plant. Well, he has decided to completely grow out of the pot. All 3 of the plants are hanging completely out of the pot. It's finally getting squash on it, so I guess it's doing fine as long as it can, support itself. I don't see any reason to move it or anything, so I'm just gonna leave it. But here's the other jalapeno plant that I have. These probably are almost ready to come. They're supposed to get about 4 inches, but I mean, they're not hurting anything being on here. They will start turning colors though, and they will be a lot hotter. So this was sweet banana. My question about my sweet banana is, why are they curling? I have never seen peppers curl like that. It's weird. It looks like a little elf shoe or something, but I've gotten quite a few off of this one and off of my other one. They weren't curled up, so they taste really good. This was the other sweet banana pepper. It's doing fine. I've picked some off of it. Here is the zucchini plant. Again, this one is just coming out of the pot. I guess they just don't want to be in the pot no more, but you know, as long as it can support itself. I gotta spray again for that powdery mildew. I don't know if you can see that zucchini, but as long as they're healthy, you know, hanging out like this, then I'm just gonna leave them, let them be. That zucchini probably needs to actually come off. Alright, so we have a new addition. I'm so excited. This was a 55-gallon drum, plastic drum, and I cut it in half and I just painted it. I don't know why, but I just did. Lowe's was getting rid of their tomato plants and they only had like a couple left. Well, since mine weren't doing good, I went ahead and picked up this one. This is a Roma, I think it says a Roma Classic Paste Tomato. So this will be really good for spaghetti and things like that. This one over here, this is going to be a beefsteak heirloom tomato. He's going to get really tall and he should produce all throughout the summer. And then back here in the back, I planted on both sides, those are bush snap beans. I've, you know, never done beans, but I love beans, so why not try to grow them and see if I can get some out of it. This right here is baby spinach. It's already started to come up, as you can see. My husband likes spinach, so I planted it for him. This over here, you probably can't really see it, but this is going to be the bigger type spinach, and it's finally coming up also. I think there's one right there. There's one. So they're finally coming up, and there's some more of the bush snap beans in the back right there. I don't know exactly how big they're going to get, so I'll have to read. And then if you remember, I had a zucchini plant that was sitting on this table with all of this stuff. Well, he was dying, he wasn't doing good, so I put him down here in a tote by himself. I've sprayed, I'm going to spray again, but I've sprayed for the powdery mildew, but this plant actually looks so much better than it did when it was in the pot. I mean, this thing was almost dead. So I'm really pleased with this. Maybe I'll get a pretty good bit of zucchini off of it. Forgot what I was saying. So, and one other thing I wanted to show you was this box. This lid comes off of this box. I can't even get the whole thing in view, but this lid comes off, and I'm going to use it next year for a planting box. This was free, completely free. It's huge. I mean, it was hanging out of the back of the truck. It's huge. So, over here where I had my lettuce, you know, this was my lettuce bed that I had. I pulled up all the lettuce because it was dying, and my mom gave me 6 plants that someone had given her, and they're supposed to be like a type of pole bean. I don't really know. Like I've said, I have never grown beans before. I know I'm gonna have to put something for these to climb up because I think they are climbers, but we'll see how that one goes. I'll have to let you know. That white stuff is because I had ants. That's that 7 dust stuff. These ants, I've had a time with them, but so I just wanted to give you an update on the garden and how everything was going, and everything seems to be doing fine. That's that lettuce in the middle down there. I think they call that where it's bolted now, so I'm just letting it grow. It's not hurting anything growing. I think it'll just go to seed, but so thanks for watching.